Today we're going to be talking about maintenance costs for a Porsche 996. Now I've recently bought this car and the previous owners have kept meticulous records of everything that's been done to the car over its lifetime. But what we'll do is dive into the last 5 years in a bit of detail, and there's a very interesting comparison to be done to the Ferrari 360 maintenance costs. Now you would have seen in one of my previous videos that we did the maintenance costs on this Ferrari 360 for the last 6 years, and it came to a staggering £25,000. Now, I will leave a link to that video in the description below, so go and check it out. But what you're about to find out on the Porsche 996 may actually really surprise you. So this Porsche is a recent addition to the collection. It's a 1998 996. It has 81,500 miles on the clock. And as I said, it has a really extensive service history. So let's go back 5 years, starting in 2019, and work our way up to today. So in May 2019, the car had £3,221 spent on a new alternator, tie rod ends, track rod ends, new bulbs, and some hoses. At the time, the car had 76,252 miles on the clock. And then moving forward to February 2020, £876 was spent on new coils and spark plugs. Now these are serviceable items recommended to be changed every 5 years. Then in January 2021, the cooling system got some attention. Now these are known to give problems on the 996. So new condensers, radiators and a pressure bleed came to £640. And then in July 2021, the car had a major service. But at the same time, brake pipes are known to corrode on these cars, so it had a new set of brake pipes. The cost, £1,120. And now here's where things start to add up. In August 2021, £5,540 went on suspension work, including coffin arms, brake pads, brake discs, a new clutch, and the critical upgrade to the IMS. Now that was a big number, and the crucial part for me was the upgrade to the IMS bearing, because that is known to be a failure point on these 996s. And that's given me peace of mind as the new owner considering buying it, that it's already been done. Then in May 2022, £2,099 went on a new exhaust system. That included the exhaust, the labor and the clamps. And then in April 2023 and July 2024, the car had its 2 annual oil service changes at a cost of £336 and £337 respectively. So over the past 5 years, this Porsche 996 has seen a staggering £16,169 spent on maintenance. That's on average £3,200 a year. The car is on 81,500 miles and it's covered just 5,000 miles in that time. Now while that amount surprised me in the beginning, because that's a lot to be spending on the 991, I think that's just reality. But the good news for me is that this car is in excellent shape. It's had everything from suspension, brakes, exhaust, clutch, IMS, so it gives me peace of mind going forward. Now let's bring the 360 back into the conversation. As I said, £25,000 spent over the last 6 years, but that also included suspension, brakes, ECU, coil packs, cam belt services and regular maintenance. Now as much as I love this thing, and trust me I do, there's no denying that Ferrari ownership comes with some hefty price bills. But here's the thing, when you get behind the wheel of this Ferrari and you hear the sound of that roaring V8, it's an experience, it's an event. And trust me, you kind of forget about all of those expensive bills and just enjoy the experience. Now the Ferrari is what I would call a special occasions car. It's not a car you would daily drive unless you had a serious maintenance budget. But that's where I saw a difference with the Porsche 911. I thought this was a car that was a lot more practical, a lot more reliable, a lot less temperamental. And therefore I thought it is a car that you could daily, and therefore came with maintenance bills that were a lot more manageable. Now I was very surprised at the maintenance costs on this Porsche 911 because, quite frankly, they're not that much less than the Ferrari after all. But maybe it's just that both of these cars are now reaching that 25-year mark, or they have reached it. And actually there's just a wave of maintenance that comes with cars when they reach the 25-year mark. But whichever way you look at it, between these cars, they've had £40,000 spent on them over the last 5 to 6 years. Thank goodness not all by me, but between myself and previous owners. At the end of the day, both the Ferrari 360 and the Porsche 911 are amazing machines. Yes, they cost a lot to maintain, but for an enthusiast like me, it's part of the journey. So if you are considering getting into supercar or sports car ownership, just be prepared for the maintenance costs, because they are a part of the journey, a part of ownership, sometimes not such a pleasant part of ownership. Thanks again for watching another episode of RC Classic Garage as we looked at the cost of maintenance of the Porsche 996. Let me know what you think in the comments below on these maintenance costs, whether they're worth it or not. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all next time.